Have you ever heard the statement, thoughts are things? Well, I believe that words are even stronger, because what you talk about, you're saying it out loud, which is even stronger than a thought. And what you talk about, you bring more about in your life. For example, there was a time when we were in a lot of credit card debt. We were drowning in debt, and then just every time we had something that we had to pay for, we would just add it to the card, and we would talk about it. We would talk about how much it stressed us out. We would talk about, how depressed it would make us. We would talk about, we were emotionally charged around that subject, and as a result, we kept finding more things to get into deeper debt. And of course, now I'm talking about it, so I'm going to shut up about that subject. But whatever it is that you're talking about is what you typically bring more about in your life. And same with relationships as well. When we're speaking to the person that we love, we can either speak love into them, or we can speak words of discouragement. For example, my husband, he loves to come home, and he loves to just, instead of going upstairs and getting undressed and putting on your casual clothes, he loves to come home and immediately take his stinky bike socks off, his bike shoes and his bike socks off, and then even his dirty, sweaty bike pants, and then kind of hang it around the kitchen or even the couch, and even, when he comes home from a business meeting, sometimes he'll throw off the jacket, take off the tie, take off the belt, and then he'll leave those things all over the living room floor. And who ends up cleaning up after him, right? So instead of me coming to him, which I was doing for a period of time, and saying, you're always leaving your socks on the floor, I'm always having to pick up after you, we're always doing this, and I would say this to him, I started to change it and say, honey, you're so amazing. You're such an amazing husband. I believe that you could be an incredible, neat, and organized man as well. And I would start speaking words of encouragement into him of how I believed that he could be really good at coming home and putting his socks and bike gear directly into the laundry or in the washing machine. And guess what he started to do? Because I spoke that into his life, I gave him that idea instead of continuing to speak words of discouragement into his life and complain to him about the pattern or the thing that he was continuing to do, which I continued to speak more into. So it wasn't until I started doing that and deciding to give up judging others, give up blaming the things that were happening in my life, and starting to take responsibility for the things that were happening to me in my life and the relationships that I was surrounded by, to start to speak life into those. And as a result, have had a much more peaceful life and the way that speaks to my heart, because I'm speaking life into it. So thoughts may be things, but I believe that words are a whole lot stronger. Have a great day, everybody.